But right now I don't have such issue anymore. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Adaugo. I talk about skincare on this channel. I rant about my locks, and I also review products. I want to talk about the products that I've used so far to manage dandruff on my locks. Seborrheic dermatitis. Those dry flakes that one always have on their locks. I've always had dandruff. I've always had it even when I was loose natural. If you look at this picture very closely, you will see some white flakes, some dandruffs on my hair. Even though I was loose natural hair, there was nothing much I could actually do. Each time I wear my hair out, you always see that dandruff on my hair. It was so embarrassing. I love to wear my hair out most times, but you always end up seeing those dandruffs, those white flakes on my hair. So this particular picture now, if you look closely, you see them. They're just so stuck in my hair. What this thing does is that it actually makes my hair looks brownish or some kind of odd color. But now that the dandruff and the flakes are gone, my hair always looks so black, so black. And if you can see this picture, you look closely on my shirt, you will see those flakes on my shirt. Like, it's always embarrassing when I wear clothes and go out. Then I get back home, you see some flakes. Even before I get back home, you surely see flakes on my shirt. It was so embarrassing. It was really very, very embarrassing. Those that know me very well knows I've always had seborrheic dermatitis. I've never really bothered when I was loose natural about it, even though it was really an embarrassment then, because if I actually braid my hair, the next day you could see some of those dandruff, those dry flakes on my scalp. It's always very embarrassing. And when I stem my locks, it became more embarrassing than it used to, because you always see it hang around my locks. Like, even when I go to work, these flakes always, like, even when I go to work, if you look at my clothes, my shirt or something, you will see some white flakes on my shirts, on my tops. It's very embarrassing when you look at when you look at my hair. You don't even need to look at the scalp. You will see those white flakes all over my forehead. Like, you see those white flakes just in front of my hair here. Like it's always very embarrassing. And one thing about this is that even though I wash my hair, like if I wash my hair now, in 2 days time they're all out. It was so embarrassing. When I stem my locks, it became a very huge problem, because this locks is not like loose natural. This thing just sticks to my locks, and it makes it look as if I don't care for my locks, like I don't wash my locks. That was going to be one particular reason why I was going to actually finally give up on my locks. But then I started making some research, and if you've watched my previous video, when I started using, the first time I used it, this Head and Shoulder. So I've been using this Head and Shoulder shampoo. It has selenium sulfide. This Head and Shoulder is for persistent dandruff. This is the second bottle I'm using since December. This is the second bottle I'm using. It helps with flaking. It helps with flaking, dryness, and tight scalp. Also, I started using this virgin hair fertilizer too. This virgin hair fertilizer has some kind of mint sensation in it. When you apply it on your scalp, you feel that heat, like that mint sensation on your scalp. I've always known about this virgin hair fertilizer. I used it when I was relaxed. When I stopped relaxing my hair and I did my big shop and I became loose natural, I stopped using it, because they were always saying that you don't use anything that has petroleum on your scalp or on your head. That is not good. But this was one thing I know that controlled my dandruff and also helped with my front edges, when I was still relaxed. But when I became loose natural, I dumped it totally. I stopped using it. because you know, don't use petroleum, don't use this. Even in logs they say don't use petroleum, don't use it. But I've been using this since December. This one, why I'm making this video is because when when you have logs, you have to be sensitive on what you use to avoid build up. So far so good. These two things has really helped with the seborrheic dermatitis. I can actually go 2 weeks now without washing my logs, and I won't even have any, not even one single flake on my head, not even one single dried scalp. Seriously, not even one single dry scalp on my scalp, and it doesn't leave any build up whatsoever. Usually if I wash my locks before now, in 4 days later, I will have those flakes falling off on my shirt, which is embarrassing. But since it's true that they say don't use anything petroleum on the face, but so far I've not had any bad issue with this. It's even written on it. It's anti dandruff. This hair fertilizer. So these two combo now. Seriously, guys, I can't tell you that this shampoo is what has helped with the seborrheic dermatitis. I can't even actually tell you that it's this, but these two together has been what has been working for me. Like, it's 2 weeks since it's going to be 2 weeks. It's going to be 2 weeks since I washed my hair. But you will never see any dandruff. You will never see any scalp. You will not see those dry scalp. It's 2 weeks already. Before, I can't go more than 2 days or 3 days without those stuff coming out. Those dandruff, those dandruff, the dry scalp. But these two, the way I use is that I wash my hair every 2 weeks. Then I apply this just once in 2 weeks. What I just did, just apply it on my scalp. Apply it on my scalp, Just that is just it. I do not apply it more than once in 2 weeks. I apply it only once in 2 weeks. Each time I just any day I wash my hair, that is the days. That is any day I wash my hair, that is the day I apply this. Then apply my olive oil. But guys, if I show you pictures, I'll show you pictures of what my dry scalp used to look like how horrible it could be for me. But right now I don't have such issue anymore. I believe I can even go 3 weeks or even 4 weeks without washing my scalp or without washing my hair, my locks, and I'll still not have those dry flakes. Or because I wash every 2 weeks, so I'm not sure how it's going to be in the 3rd week or 4th week. If the scalps, if those dandruff, or if the scalp, my scalp is going to be dry, or if my scalp is going to be dry. Okay, but so far I can't actually believe that I can actually go 2 weeks without having to see those. You see, without having to see those flakings and those white dry scalp and the seborrheic dermatitis. So far, these two they've really helped me greatly. Seriously, guys, it doesn't cause build up because I use it just once in 2 weeks. It doesn't cause build up. You can see even from here, you can see there's no build up whatsoever. There's no build up. That is just it. These two combo they have really helped a lot with my scalp issues. So you might want to give it a try. Okay, I just apply it on my scalp. Then the remaining one, I just rub it and just apply it on my on my locks. And one thing about this is it helps. It has some, I don't know, there's something about this that actually helps with edges, that actually help with edges and also help with maybe with hair growth, So this is just it. These two, they've been working miracle for me. So you might want to try it if you're having issues with seborrheic dermatitis or even dandruff. Even if you don't have locks, if you are loose natural, you might want to still use these two things. Okay, guys, thank you for watching, and if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, subscribe and like my video. Help me, support me, like this video, comment, and I'll be there to answer your questions. Thank you. Bye. See you next time. And thanks for your support. I see you all of now. Thank you. Bye.